Oh, hey, real quick, before this video starts, I actually forgot to start because I was just too excited about a particular quality of life thing that they're adding to this, that they announced in the FEH channel, which we're going to talk about. But real quick, I wanted to let you know that the giveaways that I had been talking about for December, those are actually live right now. I don't necessarily want to paste anything in the video, so I have put them over in the community tab, but they should be visible to everyone, even if you're not subscribed. But if you aren't subscribed, then you probably should subscribe because you're here, I'm here, we have a connection, why not? But yes, those are live right now. So if you want to go partake, there's some Fire Emblem stuff, there's some FEH stuff, there is some Dragalia Law stuff, and then there's some gift card stuff as well, just kind of sprinkled in there. I think there's like 5 giveaway bundle item things total, so feel free to go check those out. Anyway, on to the rest of this video. Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. We finally have some Fire Emblem Heroes news. It has been what feels like an eternity, or maybe just a couple days, whichever you prefer. But we finally got the FEH channel that everybody had been waiting for. I was assuming it would be like Thursday. I thought maybe Tuesday at the earliest. And of course, they put it out on Wednesday. For reasons I don't know, but it's here. We got it. We're gonna go over it pretty quickly, I think, because even though there were 4-ish main chunks, the lesser of all of those things is the thing that I am honestly most excited about. But we'll go over it pretty quickly. I believe we're actually going to have a trailer tomorrow for the new heroes, but we'll get into that in a second. So this isn't exactly a new heroes reaction. We'll look at that later. Once we get kits and everything. And again, I think that's probably going to be tomorrow. Anyway, we'll talk about that at some point. So let's dive in, shall we? So first up on the block, which took, I think, like, honestly, like half of the FEH channel itself. They talked about a lot of important things like Book 4, some quality of life updates. This thing, this new event, they're calling it an event, which is, it's what they called Hall of Forms as well. So I don't think it's like a super recurring thing. I think it's more of I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be closer to like a repeating schedule like Rook or Siege, maybe not. But for what that's worth, speaking of Rook or Siege, it seems a lot like Rook or Siege. It seems a lot like Rook or Siege, Ether Raids, Voting Gauntlet, kind of, and then Arena all had a baby, and it became Mjolnir Strike. And it seems cool. Like, I'm kind of down for it, I guess. Well, I guess it's kind of like Lost Lore 2 in terms of, like, the timing and how it progresses. So that's interesting. But there's actual combat involved. If you remember from the trailer, if you actually watched the trailer, I assume you did, otherwise what are you doing watching this? But you do get to pick units. They'll be in columns that have buffs, or I think it's to defense, res, and speed, and then you have 2 attack units, and it involves like the pair up ability as well. So you'll be able to deploy, math is easy, 8 units at a time, and they'll all be paired up per column. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. See, I'm always skeptical in terms of like scoring and stuff like that, but it seems to be a more cooperative mode. In fact, one of the reward tiers is a cumulative score that works in everyone's favor. So it's, I don't know. That seems to me to be a cumulative type game mode, and I think that's good. I think that's always a nice thing. Again, it's gonna rely on some, I don't want to say pay to play, but if you're lucky and you get Mythic Heroes, those do get boosts in this particular game event. We'll call it an event. We won't call it game mode because they call it an event. But Mythic Heroes do technically get a boost. I don't know if seasons are going to play a role in that, but overall, those will impact that. So there you go. That's I don't know. That wasn't really a hot take. It probably wasn't a hot take. But I am excited to see what it becomes. Because I really did like Hall of Forms, which was the last game, the new game event that we got. So I'm always hopeful in terms of that. And again, there are some good things about this. I'm very glad that I got an Altina. I got an Altina, by the way. It finally happened. I also now have like a +8 Marth and a +9 Sothis in the process, unfortunately. So, for what that's worth, we do have an Altina. We'll be able to use her. So, yay, happy. But that's kind of my gist impression on Mjolnir Strike. The one thing I am confused about, though, and this is, I think, the counter mode. Can't remember which mode this screenshot was from. But you'll see that Thor is actually on the opposing side's army. So it's almost like Thor is invading Asker, and I'm confused about that. Because Thor seemed very counterpart to Loki, who was also kind of an antagonist in the previous books, and I am confused. I thought Thor was going to be more of an ally than an aggressor, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. So, interesting. Very interesting. Very curious. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm curious about Thor. I want to know the backstory on Thor, also called the God of War, which I don't. I think we're deviating from the source material when it comes to some of these characters. I don't think Thor was a God of War. Thunder, yes, maybe war. I don't know. My Norse is a little weak. I'll be honest. When I went to school and I studied mythos, it was very heavily impacted on, Greco-Roman, which, everybody knows. So when I think God of War, I think Ares, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. So this is actually going to start on the 8th, it looks like. Technically the 9th for us East Coasters. Depending on your time zone, it may differ. But the brace phase is going to start on that. And then we have the shield phase, and then we have the counter phase, and then there's a rest phase. if you're forgetting which phases that this game mode has, so it's kind of like an everyday type thing. It looks like for the most part, which is, I guess, good. So it's going to be like a 3-day event, I guess. Makes sense. Which I believe Rooker Sieges is like a 6-day event, 2 days per boss group. So I don't know if they'll do like 2 rotations of this, or if it's literally just like, this is it. It's 3 days. That's it. That's all you get. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see. I don't know why you'd have a rest phase if like it just ended after counter. So that's why I think there's likely going to be a rotation involved. But for what that's worth. So that's starting pretty soon. The next thing, oh my god, you guys, I was so happy. Now, not only am I a huge fan of Altina, I am a huge fan of the fact that when you go to their general hero screen mode with the update, we are going to be getting skill sets, changes, options, and we'll be able to learn skills from here instead of going to allies, interact with allies, edit ally. I'm like, why can't I just click on the screen that I always go to? So you'll be able to actually just go to your home screen if your current hero, if the hero that you want to change is in your current party, they'll be on your home screen. You just tap on them and then you can just change stuff from right there, and that's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm so happy. This is honestly the thing I'm most excited about, because I hate going in, I hate navigating that menu, especially when you have to learn skills. Okay, now let's go and equip skills, and now we have to merge because we got a better IV one, and we want that plus attack. We don't want the plus HP because only whatever. But now we don't have to do that, and I'm so happy about that. So that was literally it. This took I think 20 seconds for Faye to explain, but I spent way more time on it. Hey, Thracia fans, guess what? You get a new Heroes banner. How about that? I don't want to hear anything about Fate's Fatigue. I don't want to hear about Fate's Awakening. Listen, we have been blessed this year, and I'm sure someone in the comments is going to disagree with me, but I think that Intelligent Systems has done a superb job of, like, aside from maybe like too many Tellius units, like there were a lot of Tellius units, he said, after just having a new Tellius Mythic unit. But I genuinely think they spread the love around this year, and that's a good thing, okay? Side note, I will have a video coming out, when is that coming out? Sometime, once we get all the 2019 banners in, I'm kind of going to do an overview of which units and the breakdown of unit types and which games they came from and all that stuff. I'm going to have an annual edition of that moving forward for, however long this A channel lives, pending Kappa stuff, and B, however long Faye lives. So look forward to that, I guess. I was going to do it by book, but then everything got kind of shifted too much, and I was like, well, it's hard to compare. So we're going to go annually. So that will be coming up once, probably towards the end of the month, but that's coming. That's one of the things. Anyway, Thracia. Thracia got a banner. Yay. We almost got all new heroes. Marita is here, the non-possessed form. So that's dope. But we also have Avel, Ocean, I think it's Ocean, and then Tanya. So we got 2 swords, an axe, and a bow. No colored bow, just colorless bow. But that's fine. And this one's actually lasting 3 weeks, which initially, when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is kind of a long one. Interesting. Okay. Especially with, like, the winter banner that's inevitably coming, and then New Year's that's also inevitably coming. I was like, this seems like a pretty long-running new Heroes banner. This is interesting. Odd choice. I thought maybe they'd do 2 weeks and done. Especially since it's not really, like, accompanying a Tempest Trials or a Grand Hero Battle or anything like that where there's a free unit event involved as well. I thought that was kind of like a long thing, but then we kind of got trolled because Book 4 got announced. So this is again, I assume it's got something to do with Norse. Maybe not. Maybe it's German. It could be German also in origin, because Haufer, is kind of a recurring name for these. So we are in Leos Haufer, and I think I said that right. I listened to it a couple times. But Book 4, that's where that takes place. And Peony, who is down here with Sharena, is actually going to be our new heir / Fjorm / I don't think we had someone for Book 1. Virian, I guess we'll call him Virian, of the Asker trio. Yeah, so she's going to be around this time. It seemed like a Land of Fairies type thing, and I know that German, like, there's a lot of fairy tales, there's a lot of lore based around fairies in German, and so it could be, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to find out. I'll have to actually research that, because that's one of the things I'm interested in mostly with Faye, is like finding the source material. Like, that's really interesting to me. Anyway, you guys don't care. There's also Duke Haufer with Triandra and Plumeria, which, in the comments, this is your question of the video. In the comments, let me know, are you team Triandra or Plumeria? I personally am team Plumeria over here. Not that Peony isn't cool, but Plumeria is a much doper name, in my opinion, so we're going to go with that. And hopefully they'll be on there at some point, because it turns out that Plumeria is actually going to be in... Or not Plumeria, sorry. Wishful thinking. Peony is going to be in this banner, and Tanya was actually going to be the 3- and 4-star hero that got added. So we're getting a new 3- 4-star hero in the colorless pool. Yay. 2 new 5-star exclusive sword units. Woo! And a new Axe Boy. So that's cool. Again, we don't have like specifics on them yet. I'm assuming, because it was said in this FEH channel that there would be like a reveal happening soon, which, given that this banner starts technically on the 5th, which is tomorrow. No. Yes. Technically it's tomorrow. I assume that we'll have like a trailer like right before, maybe, to talk about skill. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. But Peony was revealed to be a blue tome mythic hero who I believe is light based. So we have a new blue light mythic hero, which, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I love a good blue tome. You know me. I love a good blue tome. But if you don't want to summon on this necessarily, it doesn't look like it's going to be a Hero Fest banner. I know we had that with Air last year when she debuted, and then she was on the Mythic banner again, which, by the way, she's probably going to be on the Mythic banner this month. Poor Picnic Lucas. Poor Picnic Lucas. Poor guy. He may get bumped again. We'll have to see. But if you don't want to pay out or summon for Peony or any of these Thracia units, we will be getting a free version of Peony by clearing the first chapter, I believe it was, of Book 4 when that debuts. So, no harm, no foul. She'll be around. And again, because she is a Mythic hero, I assume that means that she will be entered into that normal pool, and she'll be making an recurrence, again. Now, the complication with that is, which I've talked about in a lot of Hero Tracker videos, blue is kind of getting up there in terms of saturation. So this kind of only helps further my belief that what they're going to do with those Mythic banners is eventually just not have any blue 5-star exclusive normal hero, kind of how they did with Reds in 2019. I know, troublesome, but there it is. And then that was pretty much it. That was it. That was it. Like I said, like the bulk of the FEH channel was straight up just Mjolnir Strike, which I am intrigued. I'm excited about anytime a new game mode pops up. I want to know if Thor is a protagonist or an antagonist, or if she just wants to throw hands like all the time. I don't know. But either way, you know, I'm down. I'm down to play it. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what this is. In the comments, Triandra, Plumeria, or I guess Peony. You can be Team Peony too. But Plumeria is the one true path. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Again, if I didn't remember to put this in the beginning, I will probably film a quickie reminder in the very beginning of this video. There is a giveaway going on. There is something pinned, or not pinned, but it's in the community tab, so you should probably go check that out. There's a lot of giveaways for Fire Emblem and also Dragalia Lost in there, as well as some gift cards sprinkled in. So please go check that out. That is live right now. It's been live, actually. So go partake in that. Subscribe if you want to. Totally your call. I do have some stuff planned for December outside of the normal just updates and news covering type things that we do over here. But that's it for now. Those are just some quick reminders. If you made it to the end of this video, good job. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.